painting at home with a file in hand, blinging up tipsy, got the sleuthing planned. Nails by Misty, I craft and I slay, with true crime tales while we polish all day. Charms, chrome killers, and glue, DIY nails with a crime-loving crew.
Hey everyone, it's T. Welcome back to my channel. I really appreciate you being here. If you cannot tell by everything in front of us, we are going to make some press-ons. So today, I am in the mood to make some press-ons. I have been really sick. I have an ear infection that has been bothering me, but I feel like I need to get in the nail room and do some nails. It will make me feel better. I'm thoroughly convinced. So I decided to take you along for the ride. Now, I'm debating what nails do I want to do, because whatever nails I do, I want to put them on. I've had no nails on for probably a good week now, and it's just driving me a little cray-cray. I just need to see some pretty nails on my hands. I think that will make me feel infinitely better. So now I just have to figure out what the heck ones do we want to make today. I've got these really pretty stilettos. These are eNail Couture. These are the faceted ones. So they're little short faceted coffins, if you can see them. Come on, camera. So they're the short faceted, sorry, not coffins, squares. So I've got those. I've got these longer squares that are already ombre'd. And then I've got some just regular short coffins. And I am just debating what to do. Now, for press-on nails, if I'm wearing press-ons, I always wear them much shorter because it just feels weird, and I don't feel comfortable having really long press-ons on when they're glued on with just nail glue. So I always tend to go with a shorter nail if I am doing a press-on. So now I just need to figure out, what the heck nail do I want to do? Do I want to do a stiletto? Do I want to do a longer square, a shorter coffin, or a shorter square? Such decisions. 1 second and you will find out. Okay, I have decided that we are going to do these longer squares. So they're not super long, like when you see them. They're not like crazy long, so I feel like these I can get away with and feel like they'll be okay glued on. I'm trying to avoid doing anything with the gel on my fingers. I'm gonna give them a break and let them grow out some and all of that. So while that's happening, we're doing the press-ons. I think today, as you can tell, since we are on plastic and we are not using my Devil Wears press-ons stands, I figure you can figure out that I'm making something with some Cateyes. So the Cateyes we're gonna use these two. This is the Reeve RM23, RM32. I pulled out this Bandi, it's BP347M. This Show Me BB52, a Marie Altier glitter, which is, what number are you? Glitter 30. And then this is from It's Lit. It is K21G01. That is the longest numbers for those, I will say. Now, am I gonna use all of these on these nails? I don't know, maybe, maybe not. Depends on the mood we're in, because I'll be honest, I'm just not 100% sure what I'm gonna do yet. But these nails definitely need to have some kind of a base put on them. They are way too thin to not have that. So we're gonna just zoom in just a bit. There we go. Make sure we stay in frame. I did some press-ons and was editing the video, and boy, oh boy, did it make me angry because I was completely out of frame for so much of it. I was like, damn it. Damn it, damn it. I haven't been that out of frame in a long ass time. So we're gonna try to stay in frame today. You know, try something different here. But like I said, these are the ones we're gonna go ahead and work on today. I think what I wanna do on them is, so this Bandi is like a purple. And look at this, this is a beautiful cat eye. It's got that dark purple underneath that really pretty silvery purple, right? So that is one that I am thinking about doing. If I do that, I think what I'm gonna do is this Show Me is not a cat eye, it is a flash gel. So you can see it's really, really pretty. Here, I'll pull out the magnet and show you it is not a cat eye. No, wait. Oh, I lied. This is one of their cat eyes. I thought this was the other Show Me I had. Well, hails bells. Okay, so those are both cat eyes. Those I think would actually work really well together. This Bandi, the blue and the purple. I'm thinking about doing some ombraying. If I do that, I may add some of this glitter as well. I'm not sure, because if you look, it's got like little specks in it. I'm not sure that's what I'm going for. So if I don't do that glitter, I also pulled out this, which is a little bit more subtle. It's got like speckles in it. So I'm not sure about that either. But I might want to add a little something else. It depends. These are really already really quite beautiful cat eyes. So we might do those as a base and then just add some embellishment to them. Who knows, who knows, who knows, right? So, but we're gonna start out with the Bandi. And I'm gonna do the Bandi towards the nail bed on these nails. And then I'll do the blue towards the tip, and we will ombre the two together. I think that is gonna look super fun. Super, super, super fun. So I'm gonna put a nice even coat of this Bandi on. I don't know how many, I think I've used this Bandi before, so I am kind of breaking my one rule that I have this year of trying to use colors that I haven't used before. But when I went around the nail room the other day, I was literally just pulling stuff out going, okay, what do we want to use? And my hand gravitated towards it. So I just went with it. Just went with it. Okay. So this is a very light blue on the end, which is okay. We're gonna grab our ombre brush, like we like to do. And we are just going to start kind of ombreing the two together right here. So I'm gonna bring the blue up into the purple using the brush. Feel like doing it this way. And then we're gonna go back and forth, back and forth. And bring the purple down a little bit. And then the blue back up again. So I'm gonna go from the bottom, just dragging it up. And then coming down this way. I don't want it to look streaky, so I'm gonna try to be very careful with this last pass. Woo! I am famous for knocking stuff over, I swear. Okay, this is driving me crazy. There we go. So we're just gonna be very careful. and sort of drag it down. Going back up a little bit, moving some of this glittery flake around. That blue has some flake in it, so we have to be careful with that. Okay, we're going to activate this. And I kind of want it to be the craziest right where the two come together. So I'm going to push this back a little. So I really want that to kind of be like right there in the middle on top of that ombre. And in the lamp it goes. On this hand, we're gonna do the exact same thing. I'm gonna put the blue down first this time and see if that makes any kind of a difference. It may not. And on this blue, being that it is so light, I'm going to put it up a little higher and use a little bit less of the dark purple. We will see the difference on how that goes. Okay. And again, we're just going to drag the blue up a little bit. Dragging the blue up. Then we're gonna drag that purple down. And we're gonna drag it from the top. Trying to be very gentle with this. Now, let's look at the two differences of the nails. So one of them is decidedly darker. So we may want to put just a little bit more of that Bandi on because I don't want them to look that different. The bases on these, I want them to basically be the same on this set of nails that we're doing. I also need to do a couple of nail collabs this afternoon if I'm up for it. If not, I will be doing them early tomorrow because I want to get them done and out. One is for Stacy's birthday because Stacy, my friend, Fifi Faffing Nails, her birthday is tomorrow. So that is very fun. So I'm looking to get that one done. So I want to do that one first. And then I also have my nail roulette I want to do. Okay, so we're going to activate this. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And on the other side, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And then I'm going to pull it from the front here. Push down from the back. Okay. I like that. We're going to continue doing that on all of the nails. I want to try something different though. So I'm going to put a blue base on all of the tips. I'm not going to activate it. I'm just putting the blue base. And we're going to cure. And then we're gonna come back with the purple and blue and ombre over that to give this just a little bit more blue on the end. I think that will be lovely. Oh yeah, I'm liking that. It gives it just a little bit of a blue color to start out with. A blue sparkle. And this is kind of like an aurora blue. So it's the base is very light colored. I'm just going through, making sure I don't have too much in any one spot. Okay, we're gonna do that. I think that's gonna be lovely. Come on, lamp. There we go. I think that's gonna help us with our ombre because we want to have a bluer end. And by doing 2 coats of it, I think it's really gonna be able to pull that out for us. Putting them over these nude ombre nails already gives you a little bit of a base color, but I want it to be more blue. So we're just gonna do this. And on the thumbnail that we already have done, I may add a little blue to that, activate it again. But that is after these cure, because I don't want that to move around while I'm doing that. So now, these all have that blue base on them already, right? So we're gonna go in, we'll start with the pinky this time. Put our blue, get our Bandi here. Oh yeah, that's gonna be nice. Now, when we ombre these 2, we're gonna get more of that blue on the bottom like I wanted. Oh yeah, much better. I like that look better immensely, look at that. I like that ombre better, everything. So we're just going to be very gentle. Making sure that we go over that one area. And then we're going to pull this right here, pushing it back down. Okay. Lovely, 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 lovely. I have been sick for the last few days, so I have not done anything, and it has made me feel like bleh. I've been, like last night, I'm not even kidding you, I went and got in bed at like 5 o'clock. Woke up at like 9 and was up until like 1 after that because I could not fall back to sleep. The steroids that they have given me for the ear infection and my TMJ fucked my stomach up something fierce. So I've been dealing with that. So fun. That's sarcasm if you cannot tell. All right, so we're just gonna pull that up a little bit, that blue. Pushing it, pushing it, pushing it. I was supposed to go out with one of my friends that I have not seen from my old job in ages, but woke up with a fever today and an earache again. Lots of fun. It was so bad on what's today? Friday. It was so bad on Wednesday morning. I'm not even kidding you. It woke me up at like 4 o'clock in the morning. I was at the urgent care at 7 a.m. And if anyone knows me, I will wait and wait and wait to go to the doctor because I'm like, no, I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine. Oh yeah, I was the first person in the urgent care. That tells you how bad it was hurting. I was like, oh my God, why is someone stabbing me in the ear? Because that's what it felt like. It felt like someone was trying to put a knife into my ear and push it around. It's funny, I have this saying, like if someone is like droning on, or I just can't handle what they're saying, their voice, whatever. I'm like, oh, I'd rather put a pencil in my ear. Yeah, no, I wouldn't. That is like, after this week, I'm like, I need a new saying because my ear was so painful. I'm just like, oh my gosh. And then the medicine that they give me for it also was fucking up my stomach, like I said. So I was so tired and worn out yesterday just from not feeling good and being sick. So like I said, I was in bed at 5, woke up at 9 because my stomach was hurting so bad, and then was up till 1 o'clock in the morning. And finally, it's like, and it was weird because like last night, in the middle of the night, the electricity flickered like 3 times. And the reason I know that is because the TV, being that it is streaming, as soon as that happens, the router downstairs has to reset and everything on the television just goes. So I'm like, damn it. After turning it back on and off for the 3rd time, it was like, screw it, I'm just gonna try to go to sleep. I'm just gonna try, and finally was able to fall asleep. And then I think my mom woke me up at like 5 or something. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm totally okay with that. I'm normally an early bird, so I'm usually up way before her. And now we're gonna come in with our blue. So this wouldn't be, I wouldn't be fidgeting or whatever with this if it wasn't that this blue didn't have the flake in it. So it's got a lot of big pieces of flake in it, which is one of the reasons I absolutely love this collection. It is so cool and it reflects so nicely, but the Bandi doesn't. So you have to kind of get the two to go together with those big chunks of flake without moving too much. Do you know what I mean? Y'all know what I'm doing, Jelly Bean? I know the Oscars were this week. I think they were on Sunday, if I'm not mistaken. The Oscars are always on Sunday night, I'm pretty sure. I cannot tell you the last time I've watched the Oscars. I'll be honest, I watch very little network television anymore. Everything I watch is usually streaming, and I'm a big fan of like British television shows. So I'm watching like, you know, probably BritBox or Acorn or something like that. Hell, even PBS has got some really good British mysteries. I love Agatha Christie, so there's some good ones on PBS. So yes, now I'm 900 years old. It's okay. I get it. But I don't watch much network television, and it was funny. I was going through, and I haven't been to the movies. I cannot even tell you in how long. I don't know why. I just haven't. Probably because I don't see all of the damn commercials for the movies that are coming out, and I'm just like, ooh, what's that? So it was hilarious. I'm like, I have no idea who half of these people are at all. I'm like, okay, no idea. Because I used to like love watching the Oscar pre-show for the clothes. And don't get me wrong, it's not like I don't check and see like what people are wearing when I find out the Oscars are going on, but it's always like the next day. Or it will be, this one is giving me just a little bit of a pain. Just gonna be very gentle through here. I don't want that purple to be just sitting in one spot. So I'm just trying to zhuzh it a little. We're doing a little zhuzhing on this one. Spread that purple out just a little bit. There we go. And through here, I feel like it's a little thick. So like I said, I am all about like streaming channels now. I don't even have like regular cable anymore. The only time I usually absolutely get the cable like turned back on is during election season. Because there's certain shows I really like to keep up on then, to keep myself at least a little bit informed. It's been really hard for me, I'll be honest, in case I'm pretty sure most of y'all know I am not a fan of this administration. I think that they have made it okay for people to embrace their racism and not be ashamed of it and be shamed by it. So it's been very difficult for me to keep a positive attitude sometimes because of, like I said, people relishing in the fact that they're like, woohoo, we get to be racist and nobody cares. And I'm like, whoa, there's no shame in it anymore. Don't get me wrong, it's not like I didn't realize there were racists out there in the world. I absolutely 100% did. But they're so celebrated now that I have a big problem with that. And I feel like if you sit on the sidelines and don't say something about it, you're just as complicit. So, yeah. And if I've turned some people off with what I'm saying about politics and racism, that is a you problem, not a me problem. I'll just let you know right now. I am saddened at the state of affairs our country's in. We're in a war, a needless war, to deflect from the fact that our president is a pedophile. So, if you don't like that, then you're probably not going to want to watch my channel. And I'm okay with that. You know, I'm sure there's some people out there who are more than happy to pretend like nothing's going on in the world. And if you want to go watch their channel, be my guest. But there's just no way to, at least for me, to not at least acknowledge the fact that we are on the precipice of losing our democracy here in the US. And the moral high ground that we used to always have, which first of all was a falsehood in itself, in my opinion, is just, we can't ever try to tell someone in another country how to run their country when we let the kind of things that are going on in this country happen. So, and it's my channel and I can feel and believe and say what I want. Like I said, if you're not happy with that, that's a you problem, not a me problem. Okay. I feel like there's way too many people who try to pretend and hide and go, oh, this is, you know, I do nails to get away from the world, blah, blah. Hey, I get it. If that's what you want. Oh, I have a fuzzy in there. If that's what you want to do, that's okay, but it does not make that a reality. Pretending something isn't happening doesn't make it go away. So, and when you try to do that and try to say that, oh, you know, I don't want to talk about politics. Politics is in everything we do. I don't care if people understand that or not. It's just a reality. The policies that our administration is enacting hurt not only Democrats, but Republicans as well. And when you try to sit back and pretend like, oh, you know what, or I'm just like, I'm not going to talk about it. Well, you know, when it comes knocking at your door, remember, you didn't want to talk about it. So, it's not that I embrace it as to what is going on, and it's just that you can't hide and pretend it's not going on, you know, because it is. Everywhere in the world. We have taken so many steps backwards from where we were, and our grandfathers went to war so that we wouldn't have to deal with this kind of stuff. And unfortunately, we are back here again. It's like you don't learn from your mistakes, you are doomed to do them again. And that's exactly what I feel like is happening in our country. We did not learn. And so we are doomed to repeat those mistakes. I pray one day that we learn. That's all I can say is I pray one day we learn. Okay. This is where we are currently, and I am kind of loving it. I do think I'm going to put a little bit more blue on the thumbs. Hello, lamp, turn back on. Because if you remember, the thumbs only had that one layer of blue. So we kind of lost a little bit of that blue. So I'm going to be kind of delicate as I pull it up. And then there we go. Happy with that. Okay, we are back. They are out of the lamp, and this is what we're looking at. Now, I have a very good friend, Alicia, Queen V from Queen V Nails, sent me these diamond dots, and hopefully you can see that's a light blue, a white iridescent, and then this purple iridescent. What I want to do is I'm going to pour some of these out onto a tray, and I am going to embellish these nails with some of the really, really pretty diamond dots that she sent me. Okay, so I grabbed one of my Devil Wears press-on trays. So we've got the purple here, the white here, and the blue here. We're going to use our Crazy Top Standard for this. And we're gonna do the thumbnail first. This levels really nicely. So I do wanna do the purple on the top, and then I'm gonna do the white in the middle. When I first started doing nails, I felt the need to, like, you'd put it on there, and where it was is where it would stay. And you'd be like, okay, yeah, I may not like it exactly there, but that's what we're doing. I am not that way anymore. I'm like, don't cure it if you don't like it. I mean, it just comes down to that. If you're not happy with the way it looks, don't cure the dang nail. It's not that big a deal. But that was a hard concept for me to get to, I'll be honest. Now this next nail, I am gonna do more of just like a polka dot pattern. So they're gonna just be random on our nail. Now we'll go into our whites. I do like doing a random like polka dot with stones. I will say it is one that, something I tend to do a lot of. I just like how it looks. I can eat another purple. This one has a little something on the edge of it. I think you need to be right there. I think the standard is going to work well for this because these are kind of flat They sit on a nail really nicely, to be honest. I think I need one more blue one to be truthful. Right there. Yeah. So let's move these up just a little bit. And I might want to put, oops, one more purple. Ooh. It's like, no, don't put me on a nail. Trust me, you'll love it. Okay. I don't want any of them too close to each other. And I don't want them all on one side. So I have to kind of like move them around a little bit, look at them from different angles to make sure you don't have them pulled all to one side, because that can be a tendency to happen if we're not paying attention and making sure we kind of, it's supposed to be random, but I don't need it to be like so crazy it's not even funny. All right. This has moved a little bit on us, which is okay. We're gonna fix that because we want this one to be a more of a sharper angle, like we were talking about. All right, those first two are going in the lamp. My freaking camera decided to turn off again. No freaking clue why, but it's pissing me off. Pissing me off, I tell ya. It's just annoying. It just like literally shuts off by itself. I'm like, why are we shutting off? Not acceptable at all. I'm like, really? So I'm thinking of doing, like I was saying, stripes. So it'll be a purple, a white, and then a blue. So we'll go across that purple first. Make sure we have them close together. I don't want them to come off the side of the nail though, so I may, yeah, I think I'm just gonna push these this way just a little bit. Yeah, I'm happy with that. And then we're gonna go in with our whites. Ooh, excuse me, white. Come back here. Okay, now, I kind of want the white to go in between the purples, if you know what I mean. So I need one more white down here. Okay. There we go. Yes, like that. And now with the blues, we go in between the whites. So the white is going to have one more stone on it than the blue or the purple, because that's the only way that that will do that pattern I want to do. So the one in the middle has the most. The other two have one stone less. Okay. I like that a lot. In the lamp it goes. So, straight down. It's just a matter of keeping it in the middle of the nail. Which I can tell you right now, they are nowhere near, but we will straighten it out. So let's try straightening it out right now so that we can get the proper amount on. Okay. Come on, baby. We only have 2 more nails after this to decorate. And I have no idea what I'm going to do on them yet. It's not exactly perfectly straight, but it's as close as we are going to get. Now we just have to figure out what the heck to do on the pinky. Because I am just not sure at all what to do on the pinky. But the time has come. So the pinky, we are working on you now. Give you a nice coat of our Gen B. Again, this is the standard. It is not the thick. If these were super crazy heavy stones, I would probably be using the thick on them. But they are not. All right. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Oh Lord, I don't know. Oh, you know what? I do think I know what I'm gonna do. I am going to do, hopefully I have enough. So it will, the problem is, I feel like whatever I do on this pinky, I have to do on the other one, and that's gonna annoy me. And I didn't think about that. I did not think about that when I was doing this. So these 2 pinkies may not match at all, which my brain might not let me do that. So we'll have to see, folks. We will just have to see. So this I did a little different. I did the purple on the bottom. I think that's going to be the only way I can kind of mix them up a little bit. And then we're going to do the blue on the top. Just to be a little different on this last one. Okay, so I'm just gonna push these over. It's not in the center of the nail. I still feel like it needs to come over just a little bit more. Okay, I'm happier with that. Now, I am a little frustrated that I didn't think about that, a pinky. I should have done the band on the pinky, and I don't know what I was thinking. But, you know, with this pinky, we'll do the purple on the top and the blue on the bottom, just to make it different that way. So it'll be the same pattern. The colors will just be flip-flopped. Okay, we are back, and here is the left hand, which I am loving. So fun. And here is our right hand. I think these turned out fun. I'm really excited about putting them on. So with that, I want to wish everyone peace, love, and joy. Bye.
Fixing colors, designs on the go, in a world where mysteries glow.